The Blood Sea of Istar, grim reminder of the vengeance of the gods. Rolling and churning angrily, these sanguine waters are the grave of many a brave sailor. Across this haunted sea, the heroes must journey to find freedom and victory. Trapped in the lands deep within the enemy's territory, the heroes must seek the shadows to evade the Dragon High Lord's cruel clutches. But fate deals them a strange hand, placing the cornerstone to the Dark Queen's defeat within their reach. If only they can capture the crucial pawn before the darkness snatches it away. To the world of Kryn and the legendary DragonLance.
I see that.
And then there's this side here. Acrylic paint pens. That's what you want.
And with that, we're live. And gentle listener,
sponsored by
acrylic paint pens is what you want.
I thought it was just Rawhide.
Well, that's Rawhide too, so yeah.
That's the other sponsor is Rawhide.
Yeah.
Probably. Which is weird because that's like an old cowboy western show that's been off the air.
I'll take a sponsorship from anybody, regardless if it's actual Rawhide, if it's reruns of that show,
dog treats, you did.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
Raw dogging? No.
Welcome. With that,
Hey, you know what? Just the other day, I
what?
saw an advertisement for Lego sponsorships. Like $3,000 a month to get sponsored by Lego.
Wait, they'll pay us this?
Apparently.
Fill out the form.
Well,
Yeah.
it
Why-
sounded
why
a bit
do
like
you-
a scam to me, but
Why are you bringing it up now?
That's why I want you to fill it out.
yeah.
We
Give me your
just
social
had-
security number quick.
Yeah, just put in your bank account information, and they will
just had a
deposit
TV
it directly
thing.
into your account.
Yeah.
Is that from the Nigerian prince?
Yeah, he's now
so.
selling.
Their CEO?
Yeah, he's now selling Lego.
I thought they were from
sponsorships.
Denmark.
Well,
That doesn't
He
mean a
was kidnapped,
Nigerian
remember?
prince can't work for them.
Right.
remember he's been kidnapped.
This truly is a brave new world.
25 years kidnapped. You still haven't saved him, Sedge.
Yeah. And you know what people
I'll
in
get around
Denmark
to
did,
it.
and they gave him a job, and that's why he has all this money for these sponsorships.
Right.
There you go.
Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and others.
Now you can't cut any of that out, right, for the podcast.
I
It
can
all
cut
has
out
to stay.
Everything.
Yeah, that was gold.
It is not. It's not
I
bad.
mean-
I might keep it in.
I mean that's editing. Let's be honest. Adam doesn't do that.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm okay. Go ahead.
for
Try
fuck's
again.
sake.
You want me to try?
Anybody
All
else
right,
want to
3,
do this?
2, 1.
Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and others, to Atomic.
Maybe there's ladies listening to this.
Oh, for fuck's sake! It's a good
Anyway,
thing, it's a good thing
Let's go
nobody's
ahead and
here
just get
live.
going here.
Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and others, to Atomic Peanut Butter presents DragonLance: Dragons of Faith, Part 17. We are, and you know what the fun thing is, guys? You know what page we are in this module, Dragons of Faith? Today we're going to start. No, today we're starting on page 17.
That's pretty good.
Ooh.
Yeah. I skipped a bunch of pages in between because we were stuck in that one text box for the first 16 episodes. Or at least most of those first 16 episodes. But anyway, we are back. Happy New Year. We found Will, but then immediately left him behind. I am Adam. I'm your Dungeon Master for tonight's festivities. As always, whenever we bother to play, you can catch us live on Twitch and YouTube /Atomic Peanut Butter Group, as well as Will's Facebook page, Wicked Studios 11, because, of course, the first 10 are porn sites. And you can listen to us on podcast wherever you listen to podcasts by searching for DragonLance Chronicles. And thank you to the 85 of you that have us as your number one podcast. Yeah, just on Spotify. Huzzah! And I don't remember how many we had in the top 10.
They'll figure out other podcasts exist sooner or later.
I don't. There are none. There are no others. You shut up.
We have really impressed 85 bots. Go us.
You and your bots. By the way, thank you for having them subscribe to our show.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's introduce the rest of the group. Of course, Gaz isn't here because we can't have Gaz and Chuck in the same room at the same time. And, you know, we were trying to do a little bit of math, Chuck. Well, we're going to start with you. Trying to do a little bit of math during our special, our two-part special, holiday special, which you can catch still on YouTube, the Search for Will, because we had Tyler, Sedge's brother, who plays with us, of course, on our Sunday night game. And that's none of the internet's business, but we just play that for our own fun. And so he has 2 episodes under his belt now. And he's pretty close to you, and you've been playing since like April.
That was last summer.
So welcome back.
Thanks. If you stop suspending me after these episodes, I would be back more frequently.
You're very problematic with the things that you say.
He's a brand risk.
Yeah.
You take your shirt off once during an episode, not wearing pants, and all of a sudden it's a month long. Speaking to the counselor again.
Yeah. Well, we are HR, very HR heavy here at Atomic Peanut Butter Group.
That's what did Will it.
Yeah, that's what... all of his anti-Watsy bullshit. We had to sideline him. So anyway, who are you? What are you doing here?
Well, I am Chuck. I play the character of Burkle, or Burke, the happy-go-lucky dwarf that is everyone's fan favorite, voted number 1 of dwarves.
Voted number 1 for who?
Of the dwarven race. For dwarven, monthly.
I thought Gorilla won that poll.
Wow. Dwarven
Not like
monthly.
Dwarf Boy?
Yikes.
Hey, it's also Mr. January.
This is why he's constantly suspended from the show, guys.
He is a
It's the
cleric.
Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition for dwarves.
No, it's a calendar shoot. Mr. January. I mean, the swimsuit edition's later.
Oh, okay.
That's a March thing we do.
That's when you get that little thong Speedo out and
Well, that's when Feldspar joins.
They frolic on the beach together.
Hey, it's beautiful.
That's the
It is a
centerfold.
beautiful thing.
Yeah.
it is.
But I play a cleric.
I'll be envisioning that for a while now.
I know. We'll get to Mike last. We don't want to interrupt.
I play a cleric of Reorcs. He's a forge cleric who's currently searching / found his family? Question mark?
Yeah, we'll find out. He has yet to open up that barn door.
Or maybe he won't.
We'll see.
And start a band. Oh wait, he's already done that.
Yeah. Yeah, what was the band's name? I
I
forget.
should have called the Three Blind Mice.
There was, yeah.
Oh.
I know Gary's character was the hooded harpist, but what was the
Yeah.
band's name?
Miscreants or hooligans. Or
Miscreants,
something
that's
like
right.
that.
It was the Miscreants.
Hey, they were hot too.
Yeah.
Number 1 band in
Until
whatever
they
town we were
murdered
in.
everybody at the party they were playing for. But that's on a
Hey.
previously on, which I didn't.
Those
like.
are critics.
That's to increase our metal credibility.
You really did too.
I mean, the behind the music scene episode with us in it, it's gonna be a tearjerker.
You're really
Well.
dating yourself, Chuck. Luckily, all of our listeners are old men like us.
They're probably like, that damn behind the music, that new show that came on.
I was just thinking, I haven't caught that yet. I should start watching it
I DVR'd it so I could watch it for later.
on my VCR.
Well, let's see. Maybe we'll have a 30 behind 30 then.
I forgot VCRs.
I have one right here.
Do you?
Yeah.
Because that's where you watch porn while we're playing our game.
Oh yeah. Debbie does Dallas.
Wicked
Dallas does Debbie. Dallas does Dallas. Debbie does Debbie.
I was really hoping you'd come up with some Wicked Studios titles because that would be more appropriate, but I don't have any idea what they are. Somebody look it up and
either.
put it in chat.
Will does Wicked Studios?
Yikes.
What? He doesn't run it anymore?
No. Let's move on. Michael.
I was just starting with the February calendar slot.
Yeah, no, we're done. Michael, you're up.
Hi, this is Bible study with Michael.
Oh my God, we've gone from one extreme to the other here.
Hey, I'm playing Stone Moss, otherwise known as Heisenstone. An astral druid, a human who lived for a long time in elven culture pre-cataclysm.
That was a really good, succinct opening, Michael.
Thanks, I tried.
That was really good.
I set him up nicely with my segue.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was such a great segue. There was no way he could swing and miss at it. Sedgwick, Michael gave you nothing to work with.
All right.
So.
Well,
And
that's because
introducing the great, the most wonderful, the most amazing player I've ever encountered. You believe
March.
he is who he says he is. It is.
Kim
Drum roll.
Yeah.
Hey, Kim-chan went to sleep.
no, but
Always a possibility.
the problem is I'm playing the number 2 most popular dwarven character on the show.
Really, you're both
Feldspar
playing
Keystone.
you're playing the number 3 because Flint Fireforge is not even a character, is the most popular dwarf character on the show.
Well, he's got to appear in an episode to be eligible for the poll.
That's fair.
And Feldspar is a dwarven ranger with a bone to pick with the dragon army.
Also very good and succinct. I love it. You guys, I love that you guys watched Chuck and thought, I'm going to do the opposite. And nailed it. You both nailed it.
You know, I set the bar really low. You can really trip over it.
That,
great.
you know, that's a team player right there. Just giving the alley-oop to the other teammates. Always there just to pass the ball, make them look better.
The assist leader.
Last but certainly not least, Kemchan.
And representing the happy medium, I will be still playing Mr. Gorell Nightfoot, our human fighter, raised by dwarfs, so he looks like a giant dwarf. 6'5", 300 plus pounds of muscle and armor, who I believe had a significant role in the clash we're about to go over.
Yeah.
Take it, Adam.
Antecedently on DragonLance.
How's that for a pass?
That was great. That was great. You know what? New year, we're firing on all cylinders, baby.
I got you for an Oscar nomination right there.
And now the Oscar to Best Pass to a Dungeon Master in a streaming game nobody watches. Kemchan Murja.
Yes.
Yes. Goes right next to that trophy for that music video you did a few years ago.
One day we're just gonna play that on loop for 2 hours and see how many views we get.
Oh God, no.
Anyway,
Probably similar.
yeah, nobody would know the difference.
Bunch of old men.
What am I watching? But I'm strangely
Put this on
aroused.
when I went to take my bath so I could keep track of when to go, what time it was to get out.
Anyway, antecedently on Dragonlance, the group, while in where were they? What was the name of that place, Chuck?
I don't remember. I took a
the
soccer
town.
ball.
The
in the head, like,
Port
half hour
Balfour.
ago.
Yeah, you were never. You played one episode. What do you
I
know?
played like 3 in this town.
That's true. You did. We spent a lot of time in this town. Port Balfour. I just blocked it out of my memory because I'm so sick
So
of it
I
now.
did buy some real estate here and so forth, and was busy going to plant a garden and
Yeah, good
whatnot.
luck.
Picking the whistle.
Yeah, good luck coming back. Yes. Decided that instead of a heist, which they were going to steal Lord Falstaff Pendergast's money, at least enough to buy passage on a ship to get the hell out of here. They know that in a fairly short journey, which we're totally going to hand wave here tonight, that if they get to Flotsam on the eastern border of Ansalon, they can find their way, hopefully, back to their friends all the way around the other side of the world in Sanction. They've been, this is still during the Whitestone Council, that if you haven't seen those episodes, go back to YouTube/Atomic Peanut Butter Group and check them out. During this, they were posing as a band. Well, not posing. They actually created a band to make some money at the Pig and the Whistle. And they did pretty well. And they were invited by Falstaff, who was a lower-ranking general in the Green Dragon Army. And sort of the leader of the town, just because there was nobody of higher rank above him here in Port Balfour. And he was having a little soiree in his villa and invited them to play. Was it a trap? Did he love their musical stylings? Who knows? Because right off the bat, it just turned into a bloodbath.
Not right off the bat.
It was immediate. You didn't even get inside before you killed 4 guards.
Have you never?
Yeah, but then we played a couple songs.
Then you played a couple songs. And then...
have you never seen 3,000 Miles to Graceland?
I have not.
That is what we just did.
I've got to check that movie out then, because it sounds pretty good. So then Garel, after again murdering 4 guards along with Stonemoss's help outside before coming in, came into the party. And while the group was playing, he decided that he was going to start drugging, which it turns out he couldn't even do, but that's beside the point. It was still funny. We let it happen.
Oh, wait. No, wait. I remember why I thought
that you could do that?
That I could do that, because of Ergrin.
Right. But
Right?
I thought, but you looked
Ergrin-
at it, and I thought when you looked at Ergrin's sheet, he still had none of those abilities.
No, wait. He has a proficiency in herbalism.
Okay. All right. So
That's
he
what, I
could've-
just couldn't find it last. I couldn't remember where I saw it, but there.
All
it
right.
is.
So
has a
then he
proficiency
could.
in
So
herbalism.
Ergrin could have
Yes.
made these potions. All right.
Yes.
So made some potions to make some of the guards inside sick. Then he was trying to put people to sleep. He was trying to Bill Cosby people here in this
He was-
in this party. And when
You see, because of the Jello pudding. Yeah. And then they eat the pudding and they get all sleepy.
and
Just-
one guy
yeah.
refused to eat some of this pudding, aka the punch that Garel spiked, so he tried to force it down his throat, which then caused the bloodbath I
kerfuffle.
was referencing earlier. Now, the good news is that Garel did sneak in his Vorpal sword, and instead of going by his natural instinct to throw it at people, he decided to hold on to the hilt and rolled nat 20 after nat 20 after nat 20. Which, as you know, those D&D aficionados of that just means heads went a-rolling.
Rolling all over the place.
That being said,
Like Limp Bizkit's song "Rollin'."
Exactly.
no, I don't know enough about Limp Bizkit, but except to know that I don't like Limp Bizkit.
Break stuff.
I didn't like that either.
Air
I prefer a
raid
firm
rolling.
biscuit myself.
Okay.
Really, you really need to watch Limp Bizkit, 1999, when they did that big music festival thing from the 60s.
Woodstock 2.
Woodstock 99, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really have to watch their concert for that. It is pretty amazing, especially if you learn some of the backstory for it too. It's a pretty amazing concert, actually. It's on YouTube. You can do it.
I could do it.
Well, I gotta go.
The chances of me doing it, though, are very slim. Very slim.
Jock's so excited he ran to
He went to go watch it now.
Dedicated YouTube watcher.
Yeah, all that's
He's just watching
he
it.
just got up and ran out. All that's left with a dust outline of where he used to be.
I've been on too long.
Oh, man.
But it's actually pretty good. Now, not maybe as good as Green Day in the Woodstock before.
Can I tell you, I'm also not a big Green Day fan.
Now that just hurts.
Yeah.
Dookie is such a good album, though.
And
Is
that
that
just
the
kind of
first one?
hurts.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's technically their first.
The
It's
first one
one
anybody
before
was their
American
first-
Idiot.
It was their first hit. It was their
Yeah.
first hit.
Yeah, that one song was pretty good. That first song, and then they went downhill from there, in my opinion.
No, they've never
what
went
was
down.
that
They just
song?
keep getting better. Just keep getting better.
Where is is he talking about masturbating the whole time? What's that? Is that what he's
Oh,
talking
bas-
about?
basket case.
Basket case.
Yeah.
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 That was pretty good.
Maybe we should just get back to your intro.
Thanks. I think so. When I start talking about my favorite songs or about other people masturbating, then it's time to move back into.
There goes that sponsorship.
I just
Now,
love
it's a
living
topic we can
vicariously
discuss,
through
but
others.
maybe off cam or off the stream.
Yeah.
You're gonna discuss Adam's real favorite, Toby Keith.
I don't know anything about Toby Keith.
He had
so-
one good song and one good song only.
Did he die?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were sad for like 2 months.
Yeah, because I'm like, oh, I didn't even get to appreciate his music while he was alive. Now it's too late. I'll never be able to hear it.
Now there was that one song that he had, "As Good as I Once Was."
I don't
or
like country
something
music.
like
Can I
that.
say this
don't
in front
either.
of you,
I don't
Sedge? Is
either,
that cool?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I also despise country music, other than Kenny Rogers.
But he did have that one good. He did have that one good song, and I've been to Kenny Rogers in concert, and he is really that good.
I've never seen Kenny Rogers or heard any of his songs, except for that one about the. Was he the one? No, that was Willie Nelson.
You've never heard of The Gambler?
Was that? I thought that was Willie Nelson.
Gotta know.
No,
that's
no, that's Kenny Rogers.
Oh,
that's Kenny
that song's
Rogers.
pretty good then. I
and
did
the
see.
duet with Dolly Parton, "Islands in the Stream."
Don't know it.
You've probably heard it.
Don't you tell
So
me what I've heard.
we're playing some sort of game tonight with Kenny
Nope.
Rogers,
Nope.
Keith Urban, and
wait, what?
Toby
I heard
Keith.
that-
And...
We were
Tom
ordering
Cruise?
Kenny Rogers.
Yeah.
We were ordering Kenny
Yeah.
Rogers.
I don't eat the chicken, but I love the sides. Who's up for some potatoes, maybe some cream corn?
I apologize. I know William Shatner's greatest hits is what you're listening to earlier today.
William Shatner's version of Rocket Man was actually interesting.
Interesting's a good word for it.
I don't know
Anyway.
if I'd
Use the
call it
word
interesting.
good.
All right, let's move on. Let's move
He
on.
recited
We
it like
really-
poetry. For those of you that care.
This is.
That's what he does. That's what he always does.
That's what he. Yeah, that's his shtick.
Lucy in the
He's
sky.
a poetic man. He's a
diamonds.
poetic soul.
I have no idea where I left off. Anyway, they killed.
Heads
They
were
wound up.
rolling.
Nobody
Heads were
does
rolling.
They wound up killing everybody in this party
Heads were rolling.
except for one Aurak Draconian,
Someone's got to tell the story to make other people afraid of him.
and
Right.
that Aurak Draconian fucked them up. Now they were beaten up to hell by the time that this happened too. Keep in mind, but he's got some magic in his pants, as they say in Draconian. It's roughly
That's-
translated, so it's kind of sounds weird when you translate it into English.
That's what they called me in college.
Yeah,
Magic in the pants.
it's
how-
look at
that's
that
how Green Day
it's
sounds.
old magic pants.
Here
Oh,
comes
he's
old
got some magic in his pants.
There must have been some magic in that old.
Yeah, I was gonna say the what was that? Rankin and Bass had a cartoon about Kemchan's magic in his pants, but unfortunately, it was never to see the light of day. The studio would not let it be released, and that also ruined their career.
It did. It did.
That's why we never saw Frosty the third.
Yeah. Anyway, I had a joke, but it's too awful even for me to say. So I'm gonna move on.
Doesn't involve Will.
No. But now I've got a new
Oh.
joke, which I'm just equally as awful that I'm also not gonna say. You guys make up your own jokes. That's fine. So anyway, Aurak Draconian fucked them up, turned invisible because he's magical. And when Vantellis, Ergrin, and Elliston rushed in to save the day, not only did they not find this Aurak Draconian, but they did steal some money. That's the good news. They did get revived. You know, nobody was dead, but they, healed them. So the party was up and ready to go. This Aurak Draconian, a devious son of a bitch, came running into the house. Well, how did they not know that this was the Aurak Draconian, you say? Because he used a disguise, a polymorph spell, and turned himself into what looked like... What's your name, Chuck? Burke!
Mr. January.
Mr. January himself, Speedo and all. And they took one look at that banana hammock and they said, this is in fact Burke.
Could only be one person.
This could only be
Only one person on the face of Kryn who would be brave enough to wear that.
It's a gold Speedo.
There's two people, Jonathan Speedo and Burkle Anvilheim. Tricking the other people into thinking that he was Burke got them to quickly leave the villa into a trap. Now, however, and this was not an easy fight. There was an Aurak, there were some Civacs, and you guys were down some party members. Not an easy fight, but you did pull it out. Did a pretty good job. And left the city without the actual Burke. That's the fun part. And that's
Did we
where
actually leave? I thought we were...
No,
we
you left the
left.
city. Because
left
then
the
you
city.
weren't sure if this guy was always Burke.
Right.
Stone Moss is convinced that the person they killed was the real Burke. So
Yeah, and Gorell was the one who did not want to leave, but then they convinced him that maybe this wasn't Burke all along. But anyway, that is where we begin tonight's adventure. Sort of. We're actually going to go back in time a little bit, Burke. And I did find this Google Doc you sent me, so we're going to use that.
some Wayne's World action
Flashback
there.
noises, yes.
Wayne's World still holds up. By the
It
way.
does.
The first one still holds up.
Who sucks?
Burke, you are standing on your porch in your modest but comfortable home, smoking your pipe. There have been rumors of war here and there for some time. It sounded like bullshit, frankly, to you. Seriously, who could take over, the northern part of Ansalon without any issue? There's Knights of Solamnia. Sure, they're in disarray. Sure, they're not what they were. Sure, they're human. But still, they would probably quell any, any uprising from any, bad guys that are coming around. There's been talk of dragons, which is, again, nonsense. Those are stories, made up to scare children. I mean, you used them yourself, with your own children when they were bad. Oh, don't do this, don't do that, or the dragons will come. Not really believing any of that. I mean, no one's seen any dragons forever, if ever. Then, in the distance, as you're looking out at the lands, what look like these strange blue birds, but birds have feathers. These didn't. And you're looking at it, and you can't figure it out. And as they get closer, they get larger and larger, and you feel it really before you even have any understanding or idea of what it is you're looking at. In the pit of your stomach, this fear. And you get a closer look as they are flying past your house, toward your house, and they're very close now to where the village is. Your house is just outside, and this wave of dragon fear hits you. You stammer back against the door, grabbing for your hammer. Your wife, Bertrude, hearing you slam up against the door, knocking the hammer to the wooden porch below, and the clank there, yells out, Burke, what's that? What's happening? Is everything okay?
It's fine.
Well, what's going on? I heard.
Get back inside.
I heard a noise.
Where's the kids?
They're inside playing.
Pack a bag.
Pack a bag? For what? For what?
Just pack a bag. Don't ask.
Oh, okay. All right.
Where's my hammer?
Well, it's I don't know. You look around, and it is there still. You just knocked, in your fear, you knocked it to the ground. And it's just lying there on the wooden porch.
This is my stonemason's hammer, by the way.
Okay.
I grab it, pick it up, walk back in the door, and slam it shut.
Papa, your son and your daughter. What was your son's name? Do you remember?
I don't. I thought I was in the dock.
We could look back and no, I don't think
Burke
it is.
Jr. Yeah.
No, there was a name. You came up with it pretty quickly the last time. Anyway, we can retcon that. Give me two names, a boy and a girl.
Oh, it's Tarn.
Tarn, that was one. Yep.
Yeah. And the girl's name is Pepin.
Got it. And they're standing in front of you, and Tarn has his arm over his little sister, who's very nervous and scared. Bertrude has run into the room, and she's packing the clothes and some necessities that you might need, not understanding what's happening or even thinking about where it is that you possibly could go. Papa, what is it? Tarn asks.
Nothing. We're just going to go for a little trip here. You remember Flint?
Uncle Flint?
We're going to go see him.
What about
head north?
And then Pippin says, "What about cousin nope, not Jadok. He's the other one. What about cousin Garel?"
I'm sure Garel's with him. We could use him right now, actually.
Oh, we can go pack too and help Mother.
Just grab what you need.
And the two of them run into their room. You hear a crackling in the distance, and then it sounds like lightning, like a thunderstorm, but there's no thunder.
We gotta go now. Just take what you got. Let's go.
Sure. Yes, we'll be right there. Almost done.
We gotta go.
they run out. Well, first Bertrude runs out and she and notices that the kids aren't there. She runs into their room and just grabs them, and they're holding each like a small pack with, that's like, stuff falling out of it as they're going, and there's, stuffed toys and wooden toys that Flint made that are, just sort of falling to the floor as they're half packed.
We gotta go for the hills. We gotta run.
And the kids are asking, so many questions so quickly you can't even comprehend what it is and what they're saying. And Bertrude just, looks at you, and after all of these years of marriage, knows that this is serious, and just nods her head.
Grab the hammer and you go to the hills. I'll find you there.
Okay. You open the door.
Yep.
And as soon as you run out, there is this large reptilian monster flying above your little home. And before you even know what happens, and again, you're frozen in fear. It opens its mouth and lets out this lightning bolt, this blue dragon. And the lightning bolt hits your house. And it explodes. And then there's nothing. A dark, black nothing. And then you feel it, a pain in your head, unlike anything you felt before, worse than any headache you ever had. Your limbs hurt, your joints hurt. You open your eyes and it seems too bright. But when you do finally open your eyes and are able to look around, first you see smoke in the distance. And then you start coughing as you're inhaling the smoke. But this is not the smoke from the village, although that is burning. You turn, and your house is splintered. Your furniture in pieces all over the area. No sign of your family.
Start immediately digging through the piles.
You find the pack that Pippin had. It had her little stuffed bear. It had the little wooden figurine. Well, there's 4 of them. One of each of the family that Flint had carved for her. There is, in that area, just like torched pieces of clothing. They're still just like floating in the air, just like stuffing from the, the bed, the pillows. Feathers from the pillows and the down blankets, just everywhere, just floating, flying through the air, caught up in the wind, mixing in with the smoke and the flames. No sign of your family.
Grab the bag. Look around for anything else that's useful. Kind of grab anything that might be. Just kind of very much in shock. Just kind of grab anything that's kind of looks like some sort of useful memento type thing, and kind of pile outside looking for other survivors.
Yeah, and we'll cut to you in the village helping those that are still alive in this small village. There were some dwarves, there were some humans. Kender. cut to you finding information that maybe your family wasn't killed but captured and brought to Kerr. Cut to you searching the area for them and being caught by a group of the dragon armies, along with another dwarf named Feldspar, being helped by a ragtag group of an elf, a human that thinks that he was around during the cataclysm, and Gorell, who would be the last person that you would find, although, and even more surprisingly, without Flint. Cut to the ruckus at the villa starting to happen as you slip out the front door and make your way stealthily around the side of the door. You encounter a draconian guard and you quickly dispatch him, killing him before he even knows that you're there. And making your way to the barn doors, where Tarn had said that he and Pippin and your wife were being kept as servants to this Falstaff Pendergast. What do you do?
Put one hand on the door, breathe heavily, look around behind me at the house, see the chaos erupting inside it.
So yeah, there's like party guests fleeing out the back, and
hear someone screaming about, "I didn't want to drink the punch. I didn't want it." Smile comes out across Burke's lips as he opens the door, looks inside.
When you look inside, your heart sinks into your chest as you see two figures. They are strung up in the back of the barn. They are... It's impossible to understand what has happened here. They are husks more than they are bodies. One is of your wife, Bertrude. The other is of your son, Tarn. There is no sign of Pippin. There are also other people in here, but you don't have any idea who they are, and they're in similar status.
What in Riorx's beard has happened here?
And just as you say that, you hear footsteps coming from behind you. And you hear a voice that you don't recognize, but at the same time still kind of seems familiar. Saying, "I'm here, I'm here. Oh, if he's touched them, he'll have to pay." And in runs in a very flamboyantly dressed dwarf. He has, like these red and black silk pants, a black silk shirt, a huge battle axe, dark black beard and hair, a black hat, like tri-corner hat with this big plume, red plume sticking out of it. And he looks around and he sees what you see. And He just sort of stops for a moment and kneels onto the floor, shakes his head, and says, "Oh, I'm sorry, lad. I'm late. Too late."
Just kind of move past and move to the strung out figures and see if they're alive or dead.
I'm not even going to make you roll. But they're again, you've never seen anything like this, but there's no life left in these bodies.
Cut them down.
And as you start to do this, that dwarf will stand up and he leaves his battle axe on the ground, and he helps you, with them and, gently place them on the ground. This isn't right, and I apologize for being late.
Take out the warhammer, just put it on the ground, dropping it.
As you put the warhammer on the ground, you see behind where they were, there is a piece of parchment that is basically, stuck to the wall with this small dagger.
Take a look at it quick.
It is written in common, but it is a kind of a weird dialect. What languages do you speak?
Well, that's a great question. I speak
Underdark,
Common,
Undersylvan.
Goblin, Dwarvish, Elvish. Very, very well-traveled dwarf.
Yeah. And you are well-traveled, so you would recognize that some of the words, while you may not understand entirely, but have a Solamnic look to them.
Damn knights, they killed my...
And if you read the letter, or what's written on this piece of parchment,
Yeah, I'll read it.
it says, "This is what happens to those who betray the dragon armies. The girl is safe for now, and she is on her way into the loving arms of the Blue Lady. And it is signed not with a name, but with a black rose."
The house empty. I just asked the other dwarf.
And he looks up and says, "Hi, lad. Carnage aplenty, but nobody left inside."
Fitting pyre for them then.
Aye.
They carry their bodies to the house and plan to burn it down.
Yeah, and he will, as you're doing that, he's cutting down the other bodies that are in this barn, and we'll do the same. And as you stand there watching the flames flicker and burn, he looks at you, and he has tears in his eyes. And he says, "I wanted to save them. I just couldn't get here in time."
Same. Same.
Yes.
I'll make him pay, though.
Well, one could argue they deserve it.
You know the teachings of reorcs.
Here and there, I've heard some.
They say you do not turn another cheek, you slap it off.
Aye. Well, whoever did this deserves at least that.
And more.
Your friends, they've left the town, headed north. I can help you leave the city. It's a dangerous place, especially now.
Aye. Probably gonna need that.
Before I do, and he looks you, and he sort of takes you and puts his arms on your shoulders and faces you and says, "You're a strong man, Burke Anvilheim. And your daughter is going to need that strength now. These powers that you have now, don't fear them. Use them, but use them for good. And for vengeance, of course. But for good.
Aye.
There's been too much death in this world, Master Anvilheim.
There'll be more, though.
Yes, but to those who deserve it, to those who have caused this pain and suffering on so many.
Aye. My hammer will be thirsting.
Well,
I need a drink.
and he pulls out a flask. Just so happens, I have some right here. And he hands you the flask. And it's it's the strongest dwarf spirits you've ever encountered. My own special brew.
For those we've loved and lost.
And take a drink, hand it back. He will hold it up to you and do the same. He said, "I'm sorry in all of this. I forgot to introduce myself. The name's Dugan. Dugan Redhammer.
Pleased to meet you, Dugan.
Pleased to meet you. I had a brief encounter with your cousin. Fireforge was the name. And his adopted son. Human, Garel, yes.
He was here.
Really?
Aye, he was.
Look after him. He'll need it.
Always do. Always look after your own kin.
Aye. And you can see, like, his eyes are turning red and tearing up again as you say that. And then he repeats, aye. As the fire crackles, he says, "We really do need to go, lad."
We do. Touch the wooden carvings of flint that I carry in my belt. That Flint had made, the family.
Mm-hmm.
Look for a moment as I pull out the son and the wife. Do I keep them? So I asked Dugan.
That's not something I can answer. That's up
It's
to
not
you.
something I can either.
Well, then why don't you hold on to him for a bit longer until you can decide?
I can do that.
Um,
You said leaving?
We should go.
You
I
lead
know
the
a way out.
I will follow.
He'll lead you to a door, or not. It's like a makeshift sort of hole in the wall, out to the sort of the northeastern part of the wall. You're able to sneak out. You have to hide here and there as guards patrol. And as you reach the exit, he says, "This is as far as I can go. But I doubt it'll be the last time we see each other." He tosses you the flask and says, "You'll need this more than I."
Many thanks. Many thanks, kind dwarf.
Don't thank me. I wasn't there when I should have been. But I will do my best for others and hope it is better than what I've been able to do for you.
Aye.
And then he says, "But I have faith in you, Burkle Anvilheim, whatever the fuck your name is." And then he has a smile and he says, "Dwarven hero." There's a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
Where's Feldspotter?
Points in the direction that they went. It says, "Go get him, lad. And
You
remember."
know, us dwarves, great sprinters, terrible across country.
They're not too far ahead. You'll catch up. And then he says, well, they're okay now, you know. They're okay.
Aye, they're with Reorks. He'll watch over them.
That he will, lad. That he will. And then he tips his hat to you and turns and walks in the opposite direction. Captain
Jock.
So then you shag ass to the others. Captain Mymorph, thank you for watching. Currently on a 5-stream streak. Huzzah! Bromenard subscribed for 31 months. Currently on a 7-month streak. Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Resubscribed with Prime, and I did cheer. He said, "Gave me cheer me, LOL." I did even before I saw that part. And then he also says, "Damn, I'm late and I come into an Oscar clip." Yeah, so we've got for your consideration.
You should have seen the intro. That was
we did waste a lot of time waiting for you guys to show up, when we just started to
There's
go.
some real gold in that intro. You really got to go back and watch it.
Yes.
No,
There's
you don't.
There's a different 4-letter word that described that intro, but
anyway, you are able to catch up to the others at a time, convince them that it's the real you.
It takes a while.
Yeah. What do you do to
Imposter.
convince them that it's the real you?
when I find him, I just walk straight up to Gorell and look him straight in the eye and say, "They're dead."
You mean straight in the eye like this?
Yeah.
You're sitting down.
Yeah.
Sitting
You're
down.
sitting on a log after taking a little rest
You're
from the.
prone, actually.
It's like my first graders try to talk to me. Like,
I say, "They're dead," and hand you the dolls that Flint carved.
and Gorell will take them in his hand, and he closes his hand softly over them and looks him back in the eye and says, without breaking eye contact, but talking to the others. I knew that wasn't him. And then he like pulls you in and hugs you tight.
So you weren't a dragon this whole time.
Ah,
What?
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 Good to know. Dragon thing.
And Garel will quietly in your ear and say, "We will avenge them, I promise." And
Are
then
we gonna trust this story that this creature just spun to us?
Shut up! And then he like, that kind of snaps him out of his like tender moment and like pulls Burke off of him. It's like slaps the figures back into your hand. It's like, these idiots thought someone else was you. I didn't buy it. And he stands up and it's like, I told you.
What if this is the imposter too? What if
Shut
I'm
up!
more than one imposter?
And he shut up. he threatens to backhand Stonemoss. Shut up!
Oh, you don't want to go there. I don't care how tough you think you are.
Fight.
PvP.
We need to focus on this potential imposter standing before us. How can it prove it's not another one of them?
Because of what he just handed me. And then Garel put his hand out to take it back from Burke.
Hand it to you.
And then I'll hold it up. It's like, this was made by my father for his children.
Okay.
And then he hands it back to Burke.
I'm going to keep an eye on you. Still not trusting the situation.
Fine.
And then
But I'm willing to accept that it's a possibility.
And as he's looking directly at Burke, and he puts the two fingers to his eyes, and then the one finger to Burke, he slowly backs into a stone and disappears.
No, Burke is just quiet for the remainder of the journey. Doesn't say a word hardly.
Yeah, and it takes the journey does take close to a week. You are able to avoid some Dragon Army patrols. There are the first one you see, and you do have keep in mind the humans of you anyway do have Dragon Army uniforms, and I think. Does Garel have armor? I think one of you has armor. I think Garel has armor.
Yes, I took what's his name's armor.
Okay.
The general's armor.
Falstaff.
Falstaff. Yeah.
I'm just gonna take a second here and just say, where did Lord Forth, and thank you for joining us, get a D's nuts emoji? Like, that's a new one. Don't let him talk to you like that. Kick him in D's nuts.
I don't know, but it's worth every penny.
Yeah. Anyway. So you're between the disguises. Now again, we still have an elf. He because Gary's not going to be here for a couple of weeks, says, I will meet you in Flotsam. There's something else I need to do, something very mysterious and secretive and elf-like, that none of you can be a part of.
That checks out.
Explain it to me, because having lived with elves most of my life, I probably have heard of it, understand it, could probably
Is this wizard business?
And then he says, and then he points behind you and says, oh my lords, what could that possibly be? And then and as you turn away, he just takes his cloak and just puts it over him. And then, like, looks down a little bit, and then you're still looking at him. You haven't looked away, and he says, "No, behind you. Look." And then he says, "Oh, forget it." And he just turns and runs.
Okay, whatever.
Meet you
I
in
told you the
Flotsam.
old way that was done better, or whatever it was.
Yeah. And then he runs back and he says, "Oh, I forgot to give you this," and tosses you a bag of steel. Use this for the boat.
Oh,
Strange
What-
ritual.
whatever he's doing, he's embarrassed about it. Just let him go.
Yeah. Yeah, you notice on the way out that his pants are brown. Yeah, but so now it is a little bit more difficult sometimes with because you do have two dwarves with you who are clearly
But if we sit on each other's shoulders and wear a trench coat.
and no one is the wiser. But like, so there are times where you pretend like you do the old Wookiee prisoner trick, with them, and other times you just hide and wait out the patrols. And
I'm great at hiding in the woods.
yeah, so that's one of your specialties.
Like-
And eventually, like I said, after almost a week, you come to the outskirts of the city of Flotsam. There are, unlike Port Balfour, which there were a lot of Dragon Army forces, but certainly enough where you could sort of get by and and not be seen here or there by them because it wasn't completely overrun. This is completely overrun. Inside, outside, it almost reminds you of, and I think it was just Gorel, reminds you of Tarsus before it burned down.
Oh wait, so we've had a rest.
Yeah. Everybody can put themselves back up to full everything, and
Okay.
whatever. Because again, we're hand waving a lot of stuff here as we try to make up for lost time here on episode 17. And you guys are, sort of still walking the road. In the distance, you see 5 human guards with red Dragon Army regalia. Sort of huddling, that's not a word, huddling in a muddy intersection, and they're just, talking amongst themselves. You're too far away to hear what they're saying. Doesn't look like there's a leader to the group. Certainly the armor, of the guards, doesn't, show any characteristics of that. They just seem to be, regular troops. They don't seem to notice you at all. So I don't know what do you guys do? Do you continue moving forward? Do you stop? Do you hide? Do you attack?
I see 5 new disguises on the path. Shit. I could sneak up and try to eavesdrop on them if you like.
I keep a very close eye on Burke to see what he's up to. Still suspicious.
Yeah, and as you do that, he stabs you with a homemade shiv.
Burke just doesn't move. He's just standing there.
All right. I'll go see what they're talking about. How about that?
These friends of yours?
No. I'm going to sneak up on them.
All right. Roll me.
And I
stealth.
will use.
So you're gonna go off road, I'm assuming, and sort of go through the woods a little bit.
I assume that however close I can get to them, and I'll use Path Without Trace as well.
All right. So that'll give you a +10 to this roll.
That off again. Then stealth. Oh wow, I'm actually as good as stealth as I thought I was, but.
Luckily, you have that pass without a trace, because that'll go from a 10 to a 20.
Yep, that'd be 20.
You also have heavy armor, so that's part of your problem.
Yeah.
But still, a 20 is good, and that pass without a trace is very helpful. So you are able to sort of sneak up close enough where you're still far enough away not to be seen, but close enough to hear them, talk. And you hear, one of them, and you can tell just by hearing this guy, like he's a complainer, like right, and he's like, oh, I can't believe that they made him High Lord. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. And the other guy's like, how bad could he be? I said, have you seen this guy? I said, he's not fit to be a High Lord. It must be a joke. It must be. And then the other guy says, look, who cares about, who's the High Lord? We have our orders. We follow our orders. As long as they don't put us in danger. And look, at this place, I mean, it's overrun with, different factions of dragon armies. I said, there's nothing gonna, we're posted up here. Nothing's gonna bother us here of any place. Then the fourth guy says, yeah, but what's the deal with these wanted people? I mean, I get this one guy, this big guy who looks like he's a dwarf. That one I get. I mean, he looks like he could, just based on the picture anyway and the description, looks like he could at least, put up a fight. But this guy, and he shoves a piece of parchment at the first guard. And he says, this guy, like, look at him. He's got to be, 50 years old? And a green gemstone in his chest? What bullshit is this? Like, have you ever seen anybody with a green gemstone in his chest? And everybody laughs at that. Then you hear a horn. Kind of out of tune, but a horn. And after the horn, you hear this voice that if Gorell were there, he would recognize. But you hear, make way for High Lord Toad.
Oh, this guy.
Wait a minute. I know that name.
You do know that name. And
Is he important or something?
right, yes, this is...
All right. As soon
Stone
as
Moss will remember this to that name. Yeah.
as soon as I hear that name, I'll make my way back to the others.
All right, but as you're making your way back,
I mean,
the
I'll
others,
look to see what's going on.
yeah, you
but...
see and the others see coming in from the other side of the woods is Viewmaster Toad, now a High Lord. In his full regalia, but his helmet doesn't quite fit over his fat head, so it's kind of like just sort of resting on his head, doesn't cover his face like the other High Lord helmets do, and he's riding a amphibidragon. I don't know how to pronounce that. Basically, it's like part dragon, part giant frog. No wings. And he gets off of this this thing, and you could tell that he's very anxious. And I'll read the box tests here because I love the first line. The gross little High Master paces uneasily before his inhuman guards, and there are Draconians who are with him there, and then these 5 humans. Lying nearby like a faithful hound, his obese dragon, which is, again, half frog, half dragon, watches through half-lidded eyes. Then a tall Draconian, wearing a cloak and combat harness, strides forward. The Dragon Man is unlike any of you have seen yet, although... Actually, no, you have seen him because he was the one who murdered you guys. He is, his skin shines golden. The two are quickly engaged in an intense conversation, which you can no longer hear since you wandered off. The hobgoblin nodding and rubbing his hands. That's what you guys see from the distance as Feldspar makes his way back to the group.
I just start pointing wildly, saying, "That's the toad that burned my village."
Wait, the girl's like, what? Wait, Toad?
Yeah, they were complaining
he's-
about him being a muckety muck now. A high master, high lord.
Oh.
I'm gonna kill him. And I
Yeah.
start stringing my bow.
And with
Okay.
that, we are going to take a very quick break because that's a good a good end cap here. Guys, thank you for hanging out and watching us on Atomic Peanut Butter Presents Dragonlance: Dragons of Faith, Part 17. We started with a little bit of a tough start, but something may happen. A fight to the death? We'll see when we come right back. Don't go anywhere. Yeah, put yourselves down at the bottom of the map.
Well, I don't have the right token.
Still?
Well, no, that's the tokens in that bandit.
No, we're
Kingdom.
not playing Return to the Bandit Kingdoms.
Well, then why are we in Greyhawk?
And with all
This
right.
field is clearly from Greyhawk.
Yes,
And with
clearly.
And with that, we are back. Welcome back.
Yeah, those rocks are not Kryn.
No, this is Greyhawk. It has to be.
I know the geology of the rocks in this world.
That
They're making fun of my map that I found on Google because it was probably the same map that we'll use during Return to the Bandit Kingdoms or one of the Greyhawk games. By the way, you can watch those on YouTube. They're all in their own little playlists. They're pretty good too. So anyway, welcome
You'll
back.
laugh, you'll cry, mostly laugh and cry,
You'll dance in the
but
aisles.
in the wrong places.
Yeah,
You'll
you'll
laugh at the
laugh
sad
and cry,
parts
but not where we intended.
You cry at the funny parts.
Welcome back, ladies, gentlemen, and others, to Atomic Peanut Butter Presents. I was trying to do it too fast and then fucked me up. DragonLance, Dragons of Faith, Part 17. The group has made their way to Flotsam and have encountered, or almost encountered, a bunch of Draconians. We have 4 Sivak Draconians, an Aurak Draconian, Viewmaster Toad, or Dragon High Lord Toad, I should say. We're using we're reskinning a red dragon to make Toad's Amphibidragon. Although there's probably, I've been busy, guys, and I have not. Let's see if he's on here. Dragon. Oh, you know what? They used a sea dragon for him. Anyway, we're using a red dragon. It makes more sense to the character. We're just reskinning it to make it look like a toad because I thought that was fun. And he's
Also, mark your calendars because Adam just referenced the book.
This is the first time I've referenced the book in a year, easily. And probably a little too late. And then there's a bunch of human guards. They are on the outskirts of Flotsam, which is overrun by Dragon Army forces. They do know that these forces have 2 wanted posters out. One of Gorel. The second of what can only be described as a green gemstone man. A man with a green gemstone embedded in his chest. Which is fucking weird. So, what are you guys going to do?
I'm stringing my bow and planning to shoot the toad unless somebody stops me.
No, I definitely don't do that.
Oh, I'm definitely not stopping him.
I'm going to remind you.
I know it's technically unsound, but I'm doing it anyway.
Yeah. Again, you are very, very close to an occupied city.
Okay.
Have at it.
And what is that supposed to mean?
Nothing to you, I'm sure.
Okay. All right. So, this is what I suggest.
All right.
And I'm saying this to the group.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
3 words. Fuck em up.
Fuck them up. No. Let Feldspar get his shot off first. If we can eliminate the top guy right away, great. And then the rest of us will slaughter the rest.
Did you notice that there's a red dragon in their group?
It's not a red dragon.
He's a big toad dragon. He does
Oh,
not
did you
have
notice there's a giant toad thing in their group?
Yeah,
The size of a dragon.
He does not have wings, but
Doesn't have wings.
it does look like. I mean, and it's also. I mean, it's just as lazy looking as its rider was,
Okay.
but it's also far bigger and.
I say,
Very dangerous.
give us. I go to Feldspar. Give us 5 minutes to sneak along this brush path here on the side. Let us get a little closer. Not even saying right next to them. Let us get a little closer before you
stealth
launch.
mission after the heist.
Before you launch your arrow, we'll see it go. Assuming you hit him.
I'm gonna hit him.
Okay, assuming you strike him
That's the
dead,
spirit.
we will attack from the side.
All right, give me this. All right, fine. Give me the signal.
No signal. 5 minutes.
All right.
Launch it. And I go to the others. Let's go. And we are going to stealth along this shrubbery here.
Words cannot describe how much I love this plan.
I was hoping
gonna
somebody
do
was
my
gonna stop
one of my
me,
story forms, but
I
that
was hoping that too,
like,
but this is
whoa.
more fun for me for that they're not stopping it.
But if nobody stops me, I'm doing
And then
it.
I go, somebody give me a better idea. That's my idea.
Yeah.
Somebody give me a better idea. Go ahead. Give me a better
This is a
idea.
brainstorming session right now.
Real quick. Got 5 minutes.
No such thing as bad ideas. We're going to put them up on the
Hold on,
whiteboard.
I need to consult my star map.
No. God damn it.
No, we need to find out if we're in a wheel or woe. It'll either
That
help
does
us
sound
in this
I'm
fight
woe.
one way or the
I'm
other.
in woe. I'm in woe right now having this conversation.
That's
feel
another
great about
T-shirt
this.
we should make.
Ooh.
It's a picture of Gorell's face, and it just says "I'm in woe."
I'm in woe.
We're coming up with a lot of good merch here tonight.
It's
All
woe
right,
on
so
the
I
front,
rolled a
wheel on
20,
the back.
so it's wheel. I can use my reaction to help you all as you fight. The wheel is really nice.
Say
Stone Moss,
wheel.
take the wheel.
Yeah, pretty much. Because every time you guys make an attack, I get to roll a d6 to help.
Told you I was gonna hit
And
him.
I can grant you wheel. I mean, I only get a limited number of times. It's not unlimited, forever. But
Look, the chances of you surviving this are slim, so you can't take it with you. Use it now, yeah. Do it.
so we are in a situation of wheel. The stars are with us. The stars are with us.
All right. While they're all talking,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna drop a wall of fire right here.
Is that what that? I was wondering what that line was. All right,
that
so
was you, Adam.
All of them are in it,
all right.
but Viewmaster and the dragon and the guy back by him.
So wait a minute. Talk to me.
Wait,
What is
Where's
this?
the wall?
The
Where's
wall of fire. So if you're within 10 feet of it or in the wall of fire, you're hit by the wall of fire.
All right. So let's make a little line of where the wall of fire is. Could you make a line on here for
I
me?
fell into a burning wall of fire.
I kind of knew you were gonna start that, Michael. That's what. So I just let it
You'll be
happen.
right there to get them all.
Can you
Roughly.
draw that on there for me?
Yeah, let me see if I
Mostly
can do
because
some
I don't
art here.
feel like it.
Someone else already did.
I traced your arrow.
Perfect.
Not very straight. But
That's why you're Mr. March.
That's the
Yeah.
trace.
that's why I'm not
So
January.
all of them need to make a dexterity saving throw.
So that's all of the Civac Draconians and the dudes and the humans behind them.
Yep.
All right, dexterity
And-
saving throw, you say?
And it's 20 feet high.
What
Okay.
is this green line?
After
I
the-
thought there was a way you could force a straight line, but you can't. Never mind.
don't make fun of Cedric's line.
Hang
No,
on.
I thought there was a feature. I was
That's
trying to remember.
it's
Oh,
but-
it's there's
there is, but it doesn't seem to work anymore.
there used to be, yeah,
Yeah,
it
you-
used
okay,
to
there
be.
used to be. I thought there was.
be. Yeah.
Yeah.
You also
DC is
roll 20 if you'd like to be a
No.
sponsor. We'd love to have you.
Under the paintbrush, there's a line tool. It just doesn't do anything.
yeah.
So we've got a straight-ish line there. It's good
A
enough.
line is not defined by being straight. You can have a curved line.
That's
right?
true.
Ah,
Look at this.
There you go.
This is like I was. I
There's your geometry
I
lesson
almost
today.
said this is Nosferatu type shit. It's not. But that was the first philosopher that I could think of. It was Nosferatu.
No, not no.
Euclid, I think, is what you're thinking of.
Oh man, I only follow the teachings of vampires.
Which
All right,
makes a lot of sense, actually.
let's do draconians first. Dexterity saving throws, you say?
Yep.
Is this a disease? Because
No.
they're immune to these to diseases of all kinds.
Nope.
All right, 1,
It's
12,
contagious.
miss. 5, miss. 8, miss. 15,
No.
miss. All right, all the draconians miss. Let's see these chumps in the back. Dragon army soldiers. These guys are chumps. The draconians are pretty tough, but these armies are suckers. All right, dexterity. 17.
That one only take half.
All right, the first one is half. Number 2, 18. You know what? Maybe they're not such chumps after all. Although this wall of force, they're still going to kill them because they don't have a lot of hit points. 18. Look at this. I should not have second guessed them.
What?
It's very
Humor's
dexterous chumps.
Number 4. Well, 6. This guy's
Oh.
not.
He
He's got a
wasn't
wooden
prepared.
leg and a 4.
All right, the last two guys are chumps.
Although if they had advantage, they would have had 21. 19. 19 points of damage.
That's a pretty bad roll.
That is a pretty bad roll, but I'll take it. Minus 19. While we're doing this, if everyone just might want to put themselves in the turn order, that would be great.
Oh,
Okay.
What the heck? Why is my... There we go. My subtraction or minus button is not working.
My.
Michael, and while we're doing this, or Chuck, whoever, why don't you say what you have up for sale on something? Plug something, if you will.
Sure, on DM's Guild, you can find Frigid Zombies, which I'll be running at GaryCon.
What's
Very
half of
exciting.
8? 9 is half of 19, right? Yeah.
No.
That would be 9. It would be half rounded down,
Yeah.
yes.
All right. Sorry, Michael. Continue.
That's all right. So, yeah, Frigid Zombies is a good one. That's on DM's Guild. And on Amazon, of course, I have my Firefallen series. Firefallen, all one word. Story about a person who becomes a knight. And then there's follow-up stories after that. So it's a series. It's not just one story. So that's very exciting, too. I know you're all just anxious to run out and read it right away. So that's Frigid Zombies on DM's Guild and Firefall. And
I'm waiting for the audiobook.
You know,
I volunteered to
Adam
do it. Will. We were-
Adam and Will kind of offered to do something once,
But then you
and
would-
then
you
they
didn't-
like broke up. So
It
kind
broke
of-
up.
We didn't go down that road. Yeah, but of course, now that they've reconciled, maybe there could be something in
Maybe.
the works. Who
I'm still
knows?
willing to do it without Will.
Next
wait.
contestant. Chuck's got some stuff on DM's Guild. He's got like
Yeah.
platinum selling, diamond selling. I don't know.
I've got a couple platinums.
There you go. See?
So right now the Dragonlance Nexus stuff is all bundled up as we're making way for 5e 2024, whatever they're calling it, 6e, 5.5, as we're ready to release a new product coming down. We're working on a new version of the Dungeon or Player's Handbook with the new rules updates in them. So, which will have a lot more lore and a lot more backstory for Dragonlance, and it will have, I think, a chapter we should include atomisms.
We should.
How
Or
to-
Adam mispronunciations of Dragonlance names.
That too.
Yeah.
By the way, when you cast that spell, that firewall thing,
Yeah.
you see me take on a starry form. I literally turn into what appears to be a constellation of an archer. So that's what I do.
Burke really doesn't pay attention to you.
That's fine.
What
I'm
do you
just
do?
saying that I
Anybody, the viewers see this.
The viewers see this. I assume one of my starry forms, which is one of my wild shapes.
Is that
except
an action?
it is a bonus action. Yes.
Okay, then sure.
My star forms are bonus actions. My actual wild shapes, I think, are full actions. But
okay.
it's constellation glimmers where my body once was.
See the constellations right across the sky. Anybody? They have giants? No cigar, no lady on his arm. Just a
Not
guy
familiar with
made
that
of dots
exactly.
and lines. It's a good song.
Right over the head on that one.
Is it like David Bowie or something?
They might be giants.
That's fine.
Actually, I've heard that word probably from Adam.
Yes. Probably. Possibly from Gary, but probably from me. All right. I think we've got everyone in the turn order. What about Ergrin and Elliston?
Oh, do you want me to play Elliston again?
Sure. Chem
He's
Chan,
not
I
particularly
got
useful.
Ergrin.
you got
I
him in there
Ergrin.
already?
No, I will now.
All right.
I didn't
Okay.
before. I forgot about him.
I forgot about him
Where's he
too.
at?
We have to kill him somehow.
No,
There's a good opportunity.
I'm so determined to make him a good character now.
Bromenard says you need a bigger FX budget for Michael's character and imagination.
I don't even remember how to get Elliston into the turn tracker.
He should have
If I click this token in initiative.
The initiative should. There's a little initiative button on there that should.
Oh yeah, no, it worked.
It's just the spells that are the problem. Because I don't think I never fixed this character sheet.
Yeah, he's got like half a character sheet.
Yep.
It's good
Alright.
enough.
Everyone in. We're getting closer and closer to losing some NPCs here. We've already lost a bunch of them. We're slowly weaning them out.
I'm assuming Odie's still trying to catch up.
Yeah, no, I mean, again, they're still around. That's,
Yeah, he's not dead.
Yeah.
They're just doing their own things.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. First up, after this wall of, is it fire?
Yep.
Wall of fire bursts out, definitely getting their attention. As you guys are trying to formulate a plan. Gorell, you just finished what you think was a great plan, and then all of a sudden a wall of fire bursts out.
Or I say, does anybody have a better plan? And a wall of fire comes up.
And
oh,
That looks like a
is
plan to
good
me.
plan. I like that. Okay.
and of course, Stone Moss assumes that starry form.
Right. And we have a constellation next to us.
Yep.
Okay.
Just a guy made of dots and lines.
Okay. So now Gorell's going to advance according to his plan along the tree line because he's not going to try to walk through that.
Yeah, I would
Wall
hope.
of fire.
You know what? Why not?
At this
No.
point,
YOLO!
throw the sword through it.
Oh my god.
You'll never live that down.
No.
No, I will not.
That was great. That was great. I loved every minute of that.
Oh.
All right, so you're moving along the tree line.
I'm gonna.
Did you move?
Well, let's see. 5.
You guys got some good rolls here. Initiative rolls.
No, I got a 5.
Well, you got terrible ones.
Okay.
Even Elliston's better than you, and he's not even a real character.
Doesn't even have a whole character sheet.
Nor can he do.
Yeah. So,
Alright.
I'll get my turn next game.
Yeah, you go tomorrow. All right, so that,
Gorell dashed along the tree line here.
okay.
And then-
You are visible to a number of. If you're just dashing, if you're going to sneak, you can't dash.
Oh. Well, I figure with the wall of fire there, they can't.
I mean, there's
Read that.
at least if we look
It's opaque. Opaque?
opaque,
opaque.
yeah, but like this guy, this guard has got a.
I don't. I don't fucking care.
Clear side of you. This Auroch has a clear side of you. Viewmaster Toad has a clear side of you. And this dragon has a clear side of you. Now, you can roll with
I'm gonna hide
disadvantage.
here. No, I'm gonna hide there.
Okay, that's fine. Then you don't need to roll anything. You're just hidden behind a bush.
Yes.
Okay. Urgrin runs right through the fire and dies immediately.
Shut up.
Finally.
His first action was pouring gasoline over his head.
Where did he get that gasoline? He had it with him. Just been bringing it. Never came up in the game, but he's had it on his character sheet from the beginning. Thank you, Chris Andrew, for subscribing with Prime. They've subscribed for 21 months and says, Urgrin, no! Huzzah!
Yay!
It's happening. He's turning around Urgrin's image.
Urgrin will.
Kemchan has done the impossible.
He is in this tree. He's moved up in this tree, and then he's gonna cast Inflict Wounds.
Don't you have to touch somebody to do that?
Oh, do I?
He's
I don't
30
know.
feet
Yeah.
away.
I thought the range on that was touch, but I don't remember for sure.
And he fucks up that tree, that's for sure.
Hold on, I have the spell. It is it's touch.
It is touch. Okay, never
So
mind.
He's touching the tree.
And then
Bad
Nope, never
ways.
mind.
the tree says, ow!
Cast it on himself.
What? Ow!
No.
Yeah, Bromenard responds to Chris Andrews, Urgrin, no! To Urgrin, yes!
All right, we're getting there. We're
All
getting
right. Wait. Shut up. Okay, let me finish. Urgrin is over the tree, and he will.
Inflict
What does he got
wounds.
here? Javelin of lightning.
there. That was
Forgot
fun.
he had that, didn't you?
How tall is this? I did forget that he had that. How tall is this wall of fire?
20 feet.
20 feet.
But it's not impassable. Stuff can go through it, sure.
Stuff can go through it.
But it's
Yeah,
going to be a
stuff can go.
disadvantage. How tall is this tree that he's climbed?
I don't know. You tell
35.
me. 40 feet.
100 feet in the air.
It's a giant sequoia redwood.
Matter of
As
fact,
an
as he was
elevator.
climbing it, it was growing visibly.
Yes, exactly. That's his connection with nature. He just touches the tree and it starts to grow. And pulls it up.
Yeah, he grabs a
It
little
is-
bush and it
Oh.
carries him up as it grows.
You've turned him into
Exactly.
Jack and the Beanstalk.
Wounds aged a tree by 40 years.
If the tree is that tall where he can see over this thing, it's going to take his entire move to dash up that tree. So he will not have an action. Or he can go to a top of a smaller tree and then throw with disadvantage through the fire. Your choice.
I mean, isn't javelin
I think it-
lightning?
Javelin
Yeah,
lightning's
it's
just a
lightning.
line attack.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say, isn't
Yeah.
it just a save?
I don't know anything about this game.
It's a line attack and then a ranged attack, if I remember correctly.
All right, well, Garel is right in that line. So, yeah, let's do it.
You gotta throw it over him, obviously. Garel's on the ground.
So is
Yeah,
everybody else.
He's very
Urgrin is
tall.
up on. Urgrin is up a tree. I'm gonna say he's 10 feet up in the air. I'll throw it at disadvantage.
And we already know that Garel is 6'5".
So he's 4 feet above him.
On the trigonometry, you do the trigonometry.
Yeah. Which I'm not even gonna.
How
I
far-
can't
how
even
far away
do
from
like
these- these
addition
trees
and
are 10 feet
subtraction.
away
So
from each other. These trees are 10 feet away from him with a 4-foot clearance. That means he's still got at least 2 feet of clearance above his head.
That's yeah.
that.
Yes.
You know what?
Sure.
You said that so confidently. I believe you. Let's do it.
Yes.
Do you remember
that's the
to
way it works.
account for Tensor's floating disk?
Shut up, Mike. So he'll throw it at disadvantage.
All
Let's
right.
see. And what is the
Somebody tell me how this thing works.
It should be in the compendium.
can I if I click on it, off my spell casting.
It should do
combo.
something, yes. Bromenard wants Ergrin to run and jump.
well.
This is Chris Andrews saying this. Wants Ergrin to run and jump into the dragon's mouth like Jonah and the whale.
Ha!
My name is Jonah.
No.
Gary and the
So
whale.
javelin lightning is you're throwing it, or what are you doing with it?
I just copy pasted this from the Roll20 config.
Oh, here we go.
The javelin is a magic weapon. When you hurl it and it speak its command word, it transforms into a bolt of lightning, forming a line 5 feet wide that extends out to you from a target within 120 feet. Okay, so a target.
15, 20.
Oh shit. Each creature in the line, excluding you and the target, must make a dexterity 13 dexterity saving throw, taking 46 lightning damage on a failed save. Blah, blah, blah. What happens to the target? On a hit,
Lightning
the target
bolt turns
takes...
back.
Alright, so basically you have one target.
So everyone in the line gets hit, but then the target you have to hit with a ranged attack.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, who's
All
the
right,
target?
So, I am.
You
let
could
me make this
probably
clear.
see this big-ass frog
Yes, exactly.
dragon.
That's my target, and I'm throwing it well over Gorell's head.
Just over his head.
Well over. 2 feet is a significant amount. All right. Yes, and I'm aiming for the amphibid dragon.
So it's 2 inches.
So
Wow. That's average.
there's two. Is that average? Is that? I'm doing pretty good, fellas. Anyway,
Hung like a racehorse.
you'll get 2 guys then
Yes.
in the line. Wait, how many? How
Okay.
big is the line? 5 feet wide.
5 feet wide.
We'll even say 3. We'll even include this dude on there.
Okay. Cool.
So
All right,
1
that-
draconian and 2. I was gonna say American guards. 2 draconian
Human-
guards.
Human guard.
Pretty soon will be the same thing, and then the dragon. So you have to hit the dragon.
Okay.
The 21 was your throw. So that was a hit, I believe. Of course, it doesn't have it on there. 19. Yes, that's a hit.
Cool.
What's up with Roll20? It's fucking up. If you'd like to be a sponsor, we'd love to have you.
All right.
Anyway, it doesn't
And
work.
then
Phrase
roll
really should also
damage.
be on a shirt.
All right, so now roll
Would love to be a
4d6.
sponsor, we'd love to have
yeah.
you.
That's our other
Yeah.
merch coming soon.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're really coming up with a lot of great stuff here tonight.
All right.
Good thing you're
4d6.
recording it, because I don't think anybody remembers.
No, we'll forget this immediately after we stop the recording tonight and go to sleep.
Okay. You said 4d6?
4d6.
46? Wow.
Oh, come on. That joke has
14.
been used so many times. Probably
I know,
by
it's-
you.
it's-
And I think every
fresh
time.
tonight.
By you, every time. You...
That's why I get suspended.
All right, so 14 points of damage.
Right.
So he'll take this right off the bat. Then the others need to make a dexterity saving throw. All right, so
DC 13.
thank you. Draconian Sivak first. 17. He makes it. So he takes half.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so that's
Yeah.
7. I could do that math. Anything like football scores, I'm good with. Other than any other math, other than football scores, I can't do. And then the 2 guards, who I can't find. Here they are. First one, 13, just makes it. Second one, misses it. He's dead. And this guy is not doing well. All right.
All right.
There you go.
Which one's
Erg-
dead?
He's
You're
the guy
like-
who just disappeared. He was here.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Gotcha. He's dead.
Yeah.
Got it.
The first guy, I've remembered who I used for my turn order, so it's the first guy in each line here.
Oh, I gotcha. And I did hit the dragon, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And a whopping 14 points of damage. He's on the ropes.
Plus 4. Plus 4.
Oh, plus 4?
Plus
He gets
4.
the piercing
That's right.
damage.
He
too.
takes the
Piercing
damage
damage.
from the regular javelin as well. Yeah.
Regular piercing.
Well,
4 plus
that's
4,
a
right,
horse of a
18.
different color. He's dead. I'm just kidding.
Was
That
he
would be weird.
bloodied?
Imagine if he had 18 hit points. This would be like a first edition dragon in that case.
All right. Well, on Feldspar's turn, he loses his arrow,
Okay.
which I guess technically would be a disadvantage, but I was aiming at him pretty hard before this happened.
It's still going to be a disadvantage.
All right, fine. I tried. It's
You
worth a
can
shot.
thank Burke for that.
But yeah, I'll take my first shot here.
Which,
with the
at
longbow.
Toad, right?
At Toad. Yep, the Toad.
18 is
So-
still going to hit him.
18 should get him.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then I'll use I get 2 attacks. So second one is that's probably not going to get
The
him.
9 will not, or the 7
Yeah.
certainly will not do it. Yeah.
So that's what I got. Actually, let me
Damage.
run forward. Oh right, sorry, 7 damage,
Okay.
and then I'll run forward by 25. Well, or at least up to this next bush.
Okay. And you're hiding behind the bush? Getting some cover?
Yeah. I can't take that tight action, but if I can.
No,
move
you'll get some
behind him, I
cover,
will.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Burke.
Moving straight forward.
He's just walking. He's holding on to the hammer, and it's like dragging in the dirt behind him.
As he prepares to unleash something.
Now it's time for Burke to unleash hell. Lore question for Chuck. When a Sivak dies, it takes the visage of the killer. A nice word of visage. Use of visage. But it does not take on the same facial expression. Like if you smile and wink when you kill it, will it stick?
No,
I say yes, though, because I'm the DM.
you definitely could. I'm
I
about
mean, it
cast.
doesn't say it can't. It just say it doesn't need to.
Yeah, it doesn't need to, but
You know,
why
maybe,
wouldn't it?
Maybe
That's-
sometimes it does.
Yeah.
On this guy, on guard number 5, casting Toll of the Dead.
Told the dead on number 5. What happens there?
Yeah.
He's dead, probably. Does he have to
He
do
needs a
anything?
save.
He's gotta make a
Wisdom save.
wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom is not his strong suit. A nat 1, he is dead. Can you see him?
So you can see through the firewall.
Opaque means you can't see through it.
Yeah, it's distorted.
I can make him out. I mean,
Oh,
I mean, you
pink
can
is
probably
like that
see
thick
where he
glass
is.
Where you can see the outlines are just
Yeah,
a
you
little
can
bit
probably
wavy.
see where he is. You just can't see any detail. on him.
Okay, fine. You can't see the expression on his face, so you can't mimic it when you die. How about that? He's dead. All right. Picking off the easy guys.
walking straight forward.
All right.
See you in about 40 minutes. It's my turn again.
Yeah. It is now the Dragon Army soldiers' turn. They're going to get away from this. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. He's up on a ledge. And that's it for them. This guy might be able to see Gorell or Urgrim. Thank you, JB Starnes12, for subscribing with Prime. They've subscribed for 4 months, currently on a 1-month streak. Huzzah!
Oh,
Huzzah!
yay!
Thank you, guys. Happy New Year. I don't think a javelin. How far can javelins go?
30 feet.
About, yeah.
Oh, perfect. Jarrell's 25 feet away. You will have cover. I'll say a +2 cover for where you are, though.
And I have my new armor on.
Yeah, that's your business to tell me what your armor
Okay.
class is. I don't.
I will. Oh, don't worry. I
It's the
will.
armor of javelin catching.
That's right.
Javelin-proof armor.
Well, he rolled two. He rolled twice and rolled 2 2s for. Even if you total them up, it's a 12. So
It's the new armor. He's just like, I can't hit that.
yeah, that's a
That's right.
armor of javelin resistance.
That guy's okay. He's missing on purpose.
Yeah. Look
He's
at
on
that
our side.
armor. That's great. Actually, he's like, wait a minute. Is that Falstaff Pendergast?
That's it.
It is the Aurak's turn. This guy is going to move out of the fire. Did they have to do anything at the start of their turn for this fire?
It's the end of their turn.
End of their turn, so they're just going to move out of it. 5, 10, 15, 20.
I will stand here and continue to be bathed by this flame.
Well,
It
unless
purifies me.
Warm.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
you said these are Aurex or Civax?
These are Civacs. There's the Aurak is up here.
Okay, well that makes a little more sense.
5. Can you tell by the picture? I use the old school pictures, man.
The same picture.
20, 21,
It's the
30.
same picture for all of them.
Oh, it is. You're right.
These are Aurex.
They're all They're all
No, or are they Civax? I'd have to really blow them up to
They're
see.
either all well, they're all the same anyway.
These. All right.
They
These
should probably
guys should
get
not be moving right now, because it is the Aurak's turn. We're gonna move them back into their fire pits. Though they are actually. I have the.
No, there they are in the turn.
Yeah,
order
they have the
down
wrong. They have the wrong. Everything else
See
is right
the,
except for their
Aurak.
picture.
Toss a little icon on it from one of the colors on it.
I know which they are. Well, you're right. Though,
But
in
the
case they
rest of
move.
us can remember.
They may be. They may move. You're right.
I mean,
They're gonna be red, 'cause
in
they're
6
red
weeks when we
dragon.
play this game again and pick up this
That's
fight.
true. That's true.
Because we're probably not going to finish it in 12
Oh,
minutes.
definitely not. That being said,
22
Chuck will be
minutes,
back
whatever.
in 12 weeks, so the rest of us will be back probably next week.
I'll be here next week.
There you go.
I'll
Look
be a
at
few
this.
minutes late.
A
That must mean
few
I'll be
minutes
on
late
time.
for us, or for just
That's
at 9
practically
o'clock.
on time.
No, I got soccer till 8 tomorrow next week, so
Yeah. All right, now it is the Aurak's turn.
How do you
Not
play
the
soccer through all that snow?
there's no
You're the
snow
only
out
one
right
with
now.
snow today, which is the weird part.
We got a little tiny bit. I mean, it's enough that if I went and scooped up my whole yard, I might have a shovel full.
Um,
It would take a while.
10, 15, 20.
The Auric wanted to surrender.
No, but he's going to move here, and he is going to turn himself invisible.
Perfect.
All right, now it is Elliston's turn.
All right. Well, Elliston will cast Bless. What can he? How high can he cast this at? He'll
He's
cast it
same
at
level as you guys, so ninth
Second
level.
level, so he'll cast it on all 4 of the other party members present.
All right, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh well, the
The
player
4 actual
characters.
PCs,
the player
not
characters.
Ergrin. I assume that everybody just is that Boone's Ergrin first.
Or himself, if that's any consolation.
Yeah. All right, so the 4 player characters.
What do we get?
Bless. So it's a D4
Nice.
to attacks and saves, I think.
Sweet.
Attacks, ability checks, and saves, if I'm not mistaken.
The 1d6.
A D4, I
1d4.
think.
D4.
Yeah. That's,
Sorry, for a second I was thinking Bardic Inspiration.
attack rolls or saving throws, and it's a D4.
All right. Anything else?
Let's. Where's he at? He'll just move into cover, or move up a bit since the wall of fire is giving cover. Other than that, he's done.
All right. It is the dragon's turn.
Does he wish to surrender?
Nope.
Should.
We accept his surrender.
That javelin just got him.
5, 10, 15, 30, 35, 40. He could just sort of walk right over here. And use.
Actually, he can't. So he's got to make a dexterity save. as he
No,
walks.
he's immune to fire.
Not this fire.
What?
It is the holy fire.
Why not?
This is like the type of fire you go see your doctor for.
Oh, yikes.
Ooh, venereal fire.
Now it makes sense.
Yeah. And he is going.
Stands there out in the field, grabbing 2 trees, peeing, screaming.
I'm going to need Ergrin and
There, I
Gorell
guess.
to make with advantage a wisdom saving throw, DC 19.
You get your plus d4s.
Oh,
As well.
and I get
Oh,
a
with
plus
advantage, you
D4
got
to
it. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
How does
well, I don't need...
Oh, that's that has to be Ergrin.
That's
not
Ergrin.
Gorell.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, it's Ergrin.
it says
I was-
it says Gorell.
I know.
on the,
I know.
thing.
I'm not switching it back and forth. I
No,
said
that's
this
fine.
is
That's
Ergrin.
absolutely fine. It just is
Yeah, yeah,
hysterical that Gorell would have a plus 11 to his wisdom.
Oh no! Here comes.
He's really wise.
Garel gets the bless though, so
He
you know,
does,
that'll
yeah.
help
That's
a
Plus
right.
little
He
bit.
4
gets
to
the
this.
plus.
6.
It's not gonna.
Do you
Does he
have any
does he have
inspiration
advantage?
points?
No, I don't.
Oh, you
have
do have
any
advantage,
inspiration.
though. You do have advantage. So you can roll again.
Oh, I do have advantage.
Yes, thank you, Chuck.
6. Okay. Well,
You need a 20, by the way. That's a 0.
All right,
oh
so
my god! Because he's
the
got
plus-
-1.
The
Yeah,
plus is not going to get you there.
You're afraid.
No.
You're afraid of this toad dragon,
Damn it! All right.
And-
All right.
it's gonna breathe fire on you too. And it's gonna hurt like shit. 60-foot cone. That's fun. Let's see what that can give us. Line, square, cone. 60 feet. Oh, fuck
Holy
yes.
Fuck.
Oh,
This
lot.
is
damn.
great. Guys, for those of you watching and listening at home, it gets everybody except for Ergrin, which is hysterical for me. Everybody else is
Fan
in this
favorite
code.
Ergrin is fine.
Yeah, Ergrin, no problem. Everybody else is in this 60-foot cone. Yeah, I'm going to need everybody to make me a DC...
Now, when they say cone, what's the angle of that cone?
I just put the cone out there for all to see.
Alright.
Did you see it?
Yeah, but I'm just, I'm grasping
I can
at
show you
straws
again
here.
if you'd like. Chris Andrew writes hashtag Ergrin lives! Exclamation point. Yeah. Each creature in that area must make a DC 21 dexterity saving throw. Or take 18d6 of fire damage. Or half as much on a save.
For
It's
a
good
frog
thing
dragon?
Yep.
This
This
is
thing
a
is no joke.
full-fledged.
Yes.
Yeah, this is a campaign wrecker.
Alright.
You guys attacked him.
I didn't.
That's fair. Michael, that's true.
I just turned into stars.
No.
You can explain that to them afterwards. Dex save, right?
Look at all
Alright,
those
so
D6s.
Is that
up
what we're
there.
doing? Is Dex?
Holy shit, guys. I rolled some ones, but I rolled a good. That's 66 damage.
And don't we get bless on our saves?
You get blessed.
Yes.
You do get a D4. Yeah.
Well, I rolled
Bring
a
it.
1, so I rolled a 2 minus 1, but still.
I rolled a
Ooh,
15,
ooh,
so I
Darrell
could pass
got-
this if I get a 4 on my bless.
I have a 24. Does that make it?
All right, asshole. Yeah, it does.
Oh,
21 is the DC.
Nice. Oh, what's the pass? I got 15.
So where's the NPC that made it?
Ergrin is in a tree over here,
Oh, he's way up there or something.
Yeah.
but he's
Well, no, he's
he's,
out of the
This
cone.
guy over
he's
here.
close
Out of
enough
the
that he's out of the cone.
Right. Got it.
All right. So
It's like I'm
what
as
was-
far back as
All right,
you can
who
Still be on
did
the
everybody
map.
roll their die?
I got an 18.
Yeah, you
That's not good enough.
just made it into that cone, Michael. It was right on the edge.
Garel rolled a 15
Miss.
with his plus. Ah, I was so happy. About
21
that.
is the DC. Who got over 21?
Nope.
I
Nah.
did.
Burke.
Once again,
So
still
Burke takes 33 points of damage. The rest of you take
Oh.
66.
Oof,
All right.
that is harsh, bro. 66.
Yep.
I got 28 left. That's fine, right?
That's 27 more than you need.
Exactly.
All
Down
right.
to the-
Plus D4.
Oh, yeah. Is this
Um,
all going away?
Nope, it's still there.
All
all right.
right.
Thanks to the bless.
But it is now the Sivak's turn, although it says Draconian, Orak. I'm gonna just change this in the.
Oh, I can see the picture. I can't see the name. So
Yeah. Why can't I change it on here? Oh, because it's
Yeah,
built in.
it's just blank for me. Yeah.
It doesn't. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Anyway, they're.
As long as you know. Yeah.
Alright,
I mean,
have
I
to
sort
go,
of will.
I have to go
Ne-
pick up a kiddo.
By next week, I won't. All right. Well,
You gotta go.
You won't go again. So just you'll mess up everybody's turn order, but that's okay. Go ahead. We'll see you later.
All right, yep, bye.
All right.
Take it easy.
Bye, Chuck.
We're gonna go through this turn order, ending with Michael, and then we'll go. Everybody's a little bit messed up, and you're not gonna be able to see most of us, but that's okay, guys. You don't care about that, do you? Let's. I could make a little bit of headway here. Kim Chan looks good. Yikes. Easier said than done. Roll 20. If you'd like to be a sponsor, we'd love to have you. There's me. Back in the game. Sedge is fine, but he's in the wrong spot, so we'll just slide him over here. And Michael. Whoops, that's me. There's Michael. And then we also get a little bit of Michael. And whoop, he's in Chuck's spot, but that's okay. It's his brother. It's good enough.
Close enough.
And you can also sort of see him in his own box. So we got 1.5 Michaels for.
As per my contract, as long as my face is on screen.
Yeah. All right. The Civax 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So now nobody's near this wall. This guy will actually move over here just to make sure he's not on the wall. And we'll attack Garel because he can. And he's going to use a great sword and a bite.
Okay.
15 hit you?
No.
Well, luckily for me, I've got a whole shit ton of inspiration points. So I'm going to use one. And try again. 14 is wrong way. Now I got to use another. I'm down to 11. 19 hit you.
Oh my god, yeah.
Is that
I
your
mean,
AC?
eventually,
Yeah.
yes, you're gonna hit me.
I mean,
At some
I will
point.
use these up if I need to. Dude, somebody. All right. Now, these guys really hit hard, keep in mind. That's going to be 21 slashing.
Oh my god, Gorella's down.
Gorell is down.
21 slashing, that's the damage, right?
Yes, sir.
After being bathed in fire. Yeah.
Are you
21
at below 0 or 0?
I'm at 0.
Okay.
Oh, 0 exactly.
Yeah,
Um,
Nice. At least you're not
Then
making death saves yet.
he's going to move 5 feet toward this tree. Now we get to Viewmaster Toad. And Viewmaster Toad, because he still can't see anybody through this wall of fire, except opaque shapes, silhouettes, as it were, says, "Who dares attack High Lord Toad? Surrender now, and maybe your lives will be spared." And that's his turn. And then last turn of the night, Stone Moss, what do you do?
Fail a death save.
Oh, fuck. And with that, we end tonight's session. Yeah, this has been a miserable night. I mean, we've had a lot of fun. But if you think about what's actually happened in the game, not a good night.
Not good.
Not a good night. Anyway, guys, thank you for hanging out with us on D&D Fridays, where we're back with Dragonlance after a few weeks off. We did have our holiday special, The Search for Will, which you can find on YouTube and podcast. Atomic Peanut Butter Group is the YouTube link, and Dragonlance Chronicles, of course, is for the oh, look at this, is where you find us on podcast. Chris Andrew cheers 400 bits. In case I'm late next week, 2 each for Gorell and Stone Moss for death saves.
Oh,
So
awesome.
each of
thank
you
you.
each get a for your death saves for next week.
Was that 1 or 2?
2 each.
2
You
each.
and Mike.
Sweet.
Thank you very much.
Do you have, with your 28 hit points, said you got more than enough?
That's all I need.
All you need.
I got this.
We still have 4 Civac Draconians on the board. This Toad Dragon, Toad Fire Dragon. We have 2 human, I believe. 3
The important thing
humans.
is we can technically blame this all on Chuck.
Yes, it was Chuck's
Yes.
fault. Even though
Yeah.
you
Even though
wanted
I was
to
ready
do
to
it,
start the fight.
but he actually did.
Yeah.
3 humans, High Lord Toad, and an invisible Aurak Draconian, which is already, you guys have already faced a invisible Aurak Draconian before, and things did not go well.
No.
I mean, we technically won in the end, so
That's
we'll win
true.
this one too.
That's
right?
there. You know what? That's a good way of looking at it. Sam.
Yeah.
So anyway, thank you guys for hanging out with us. Catch us next week for Kemchan, Michael, Chuck, Sedgwick, and Gaz, who couldn't bother to be here tonight. I am Adam, saying good night. Be safe out there. Be kind to one another. And we will see you next time on Dragonlance. Bye-bye.
Bye now.